everyone, welcome to another week of GSF predictions. This week the crew will be talking to you about the CCS Open Division that starts this weekend. Justin, I'm going to be starting with you. You've been doing very well with your predictions throughout this entire season, but this week you're taking Serra over Los Gatos in the game of the week. Walk me through this decision.
First of all, let me just say to the thousands and the thousands of Lemsaniacs out there in the GSF universe that I really miss you guys this weekend. Lemsanity is back and activated for the game of the week coming up. We've got number 4 Serra and number 5 Los Gatos. Los Gatos is a legit team that's physical and that can compete with these WCAL teams. They gave Milpitas a hard time. Milpitas is one of the best teams in the CCS. They're someone to look for in this CCS playoffs. And on Serra's side, Kavakasi is a guy I'm looking for to really, in his senior year, really come up clutch. He's back healthy, and they've also got a sleeper in Lecky Nunn as a sophomore running back. They're going to run that ball behind Jack Dreyer in the offensive line. And speaking of Jack Dreyer, he's going to be protecting Hunter Bishop, the quarterback, who's really getting his rhythm. He played well last week in that win against Bellarmine to get a share of the WCAL title for the second straight year in a row. The Padre Mafia does. I really like their defense with James Outman and Totolo leading the way. That defense is fierce. It's coached by Patrick Walsh. They mean business in the playoffs, and they've got the experience and the swagger. I'm going to go with Serra because the number one factor is that they're undefeated at home. Can't mess with the Padre Mafia on their turf. They're going to come out and win the first round of the CCS Open Division playoffs.
Well, having home field advantage definitely can have a huge impact on the team, but we're just going to have to wait and see how it all goes down. Moving on to you, Kaylee. Playoffs are about to be in full effect, and you are taking Sacred Heart Prep over Oak Grove. Why is that?
Playoffs are here, people. I am so excited because this is where true talent, love, and heart for the game come to shine. This week I have number 1 Sacred Heart Prep taking on number 8 Oak Grove. Now both of these teams have a dynamite run game averaging over 200 yards per game, and Oak Grove has won their last 7 straight games. But here's why I'm giving the advantage to SHP. Last week, Edub and I saw them play Menlo, and we expected to see the typical ground and pound offense that SHP has to offer. But the Gators knew Menlo would be expecting that. So what did they do? Switch it up and threw for over 180 yards while still rushing for 161. SHP is at home, and they will be moving on to the winner bracket.
Well, we will find out soon enough who advances to the winner bracket, but until then, we're going to be moving on to you, Edwin. You're taking the Valley Christian War Boys over the number 3 Palma. Definitely an interesting choice on your part.
Now, at first glance, it may seem like I'm calling for an upset, but consider this. The Warriors actually accumulated the most points when seedings were constructed. Now, they lost their head-to-head matchup against Serra, giving the Padres the number 1 seed out of the WCAL. And since league foes can't face each other in the first round, VC was basically given the number 6 seed by default. Valley Christian is playing its best ball of the season, and it's coming at the perfect time. Above all, they're healthy. Arguably the top running back out of the entire CCS, Kirk Johnson, looks as strong as ever, but during his brief absence, running back Trey McLeod really turned into a force and is now a great complementary back to Johnson. Defensively, they are on fire. Guys like Dan Dunham, Edmund Sosa, Yusuf Haddad are all playing great, and they're limiting opponents on average to just 11 points per game during their current 6-game winning streak. The Mercury News and Max Prep both see the WCAL as stiffer competition than that of the Monterey Bay League, and I tend to agree. VC is battle tested, they're hungry, and you know they want another crack at Milpitas. I see them advancing.
Thanks, Edwin. You've definitely made some very valid points. And finally, Alf, the Milpitas Bellarmine game. You're taking the undefeated Trojans over the number 7 Bells. Break this all down.
It's pretty simple. Milpitas will beat Bellarmine to advance to the semis, and then it's going to be the War Boys versus the Gators in the finals.
Wait, so you're going against the prediction you made a couple weeks ago about the Milpitas Serra game then, right?
I did say that, but you know what? That was 3 weeks ago, and things have changed. And right now, Serra is not playing as clean as they should be. And so, I don't know. I actually picked Serra to lose against Los Gatos. But let's just take it one game at a time. First of all, this matchup that I'm predicting, Valley Christian handled Bellarmine pretty well, and Milpitas handled Valley Christian really well. So my prediction is that this is going to be a one-sided game. I love the Bells, I'm a big fan, but Milpitas is just unstoppable. They're bigger, they're faster, and they're just going to take this game. No problem.
Well, you just can't seem to make up your mind, and honestly, who can blame you? It's playoff time. A whole new ball game starts this weekend, so best of luck to all the teams that will be playing. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram for game updates. That's going to do it for me down here. I'm Courtney Ponce for Get Sports Focus, and I will see you very soon.